I like marijuana, you like marijuana, we like marijuana too.
Hello friends and welcome to Canna Cafe. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make caramel popcorn. And to do that I'm going to be using some bomb oil. This is Bandits Oil Manufacturing Premium CO2 extract. It's a craft whole plant extract and it's about 72% total THC, so it's going to be very potent. Here's what you get inside. I think I'm only going to be using about 1/3 of a gram of this because it is so potent and I want to be able to enjoy a little bit extra caramel popcorn. So let's go. So first thing you're going to do is get a big pot and start it on about medium heat. And you're going to add 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. This is my favorite way to make popcorn, but you can use it however you want. You just need about 5 quarts of popcorn for this caramel popcorn recipe. How many times can I say popcorn? Now that our oil has melted, I'm going to do a few test kernels just to see if it's hot enough for the rest of the popcorn. So we're going to wait until these 3 pieces pop, and then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of raw kernels. Oh. Now we know it's ready, so throw in the rest of your kernels, a 1/2 cup, and put a lid on your pot. You want to shake it around every 10 seconds or so, just so none of the popcorn stays on the bottom and gets burnt. After you finish making your popcorn, you're going to want to start your oven, bake at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Always as a precaution, check to see if there's anything in your oven. We're good. And we're going to get started on the caramel now. What you will need is 2 cups of brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of light corn syrup, right here, 1 full cup of butter, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Also, you're going to need your bomb oil. What's so great about this oil is that you can cook it at any temperature without losing any of the THC or any of the potency that we love so much. Start your pot over medium heat. Ooh, I burned a little hair. Whoops. And you're going to melt your 1 cup of butter. Just like that. So now that our butter has melted, we're going to be adding our 2 cups of brown sugar, our salt, and our corn syrup. So we're going to continuously stir all of these ingredients until they boil. Once they start boiling, we're going to leave it without stirring for 4 minutes. So now that it's boiling, we're going to stop stirring and let it sit for 4 minutes. Now we're done. Grab a towel because your pot will be very, very hot, and remove it from the heat. Once we remove it from the heat, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, vanilla, and 1/3 of a gram of the bomb oil. Just put as much as you want in. I'm using 1/3 of a gram. It's going to be very potent but delicious. And mix super good. Smells like caramel and cannabis all entwined. So now you need to pour over your popcorn in small amounts and then stir so you can get everything coated. It might get messy. As you can see, I am a professional. This is going to be so good. And although you might be tempted to try a sample, it will be very hot and burn your tongue. I know this from experience. So now that we have everything nice and incorporated, we're going to put on baking sheets. Oh my god, this looks so good. And you can leave a little extra to just eat plain. Oh, it's so good. Alright, now to the oven. see you in an hour. If you find any random pieces of popcorn laying around, you can dip them in what's left of the caramel. Make sure it's not hot though. Oh, that's so good. So every 10 to 15 minutes, what you want to do is stir the popcorn up a little bit, just so none of it gets burnt. We're going to be cooking it in here for an hour. So, it's pretty easy. Just move it around a little bit, make sure everything changes, and then throw it back in. It's not a big deal if you don't move everything because you're going to do it again in a few minutes. Depending on how much caramel you want versus how much popcorn, you just change the recipe around. Maybe do 4 or 5 pans of popcorn with just a light drizzle of caramel. These ones are pretty heavily coated and delicious looking. So just keep doing that every 10 to 15 minutes for 1 hour. Let it cool and we're done. So it has been 1 hour and it's time to take our caramel popcorn out of the oven. I've been sampling the leftover caramel ever since we put this in the oven. So about an hour ago, I guess, and throughout cleaning. And it's definitely very, very potent. So be careful with this. And now you are done with your caramel popcorn. All that's left to do is enjoy. This stuff is so good. The only problem is that it disappears way too fast.
Wow. I like marijuana, you like marijuana, we like marijuana too. Marijuana, marijuana.